Remember the end of Species 3? Sarah, that movie's species, walked off into the sunset with one of her own kind. A male created to be her mate. A happy ending, and it leaves it open for a sequel. So, did they pick up where that left off? No, of course not. Species, The Awakening, has nothing to do with species, to be honest. Here we meet Miranda Hollander, teaching a class at some university. But doesn't she seem a bit too, young to be some smart college professor? After class, we meet her uncle, Tom. Wonder if he has a cabin. She informs him that she received an offer at Oxford to teach, but she doesn't want to leave him behind, so she refused. That night at home, apparently they live together, Miranda gets ready for a date, and by the morning, she hasn't returned. A worried Tom looks around until he catches wind that she's in the hospital, and she's causing quite the commotion by the looks of it. He shows up and gets her out of there, but Miranda has no idea what just happened. Okay, so obviously she's the species. In this way, it's the same as before. Alien DNA mixed with human to make up these hybrids. Up until now, she's been mostly human. But now that she's hitting peak maturity, the alien side is coming out. Uncle Tom isn't really her uncle, but her creator, if that makes sense. The only person who can help him is a guy named Forbes, who happens to live in Mexico. So that's their next destination. Once they get there, they check in, and Tom gets started right away looking for Forbes. What is his deal anyway? Well, he used to be a student of Tom's, and he was brilliant, but a bit eccentric. They actually grew these human-alien hybrids together, but Forbes had different ideas on what to do with them. Tom raised Miranda as his own. Forbes just kind of uses them for whatever he needs, and then he's engineered them to die off. After a bit of searching, which involves being chased by quite a few different number of species, at least he knows he's in the right place. Tom finally manages to find his old student, and together they can work out what's wrong with Miranda. She's dying of old age. Yeah, despite being a knockout and only looking like she's in her 20s, the alien DNA ages her rapidly, so she's simply dying. A fact that she can accept, but not Tom. He knows that there has got to be a way to extend her life, and Forbes just happens to know of one, but it requires the death of someone else.
Do you want to save her or not?
Tom tries to go about it as ethically as possible, seeking out the ladies of the night or just all-around bad people. They kill her, and thus Miranda is reborn. When she emerges from the cocoon, she's all better, but different. Hypersexual, which, isn't really a problem, but she does kill her partners right after, so it might not be worth it. While she's out on the town, Tom's looking for her. He gets stopped by Azura, another species clone that's more like Forbes' assistant. She says everything was better before Tom and Miranda showed up, so I guess she wants to kill him. Which doesn't work. Elsewhere, Miranda tracks down Forbes, and they get it on. She instantly kills him right after, so I guess he's dead. But more importantly is that Miranda is now pregnant. She passes out, and back at the lab, the human side is taken back over. Miranda asks Tom to just end it, but then the power cuts out, and he's left to face Azura one last time. As you might predict, right when it looks like Tom's gonna die, Miranda comes in to save the day. The two fight for a bit, which doesn't really matter because I can't tell them apart. It looks like Miranda wins, using the old Baraka trick.
Baraka wins.
But surprise, it's Azura. and Miranda passes out. But then Tom loads up a special shotgun filled with something that kills aliens, and he blasts Azura off the building. In her last dying breath, Miranda thanks Tom for giving her life, and then she dies. He sets the place to blow, and with that, destroying his life's work and the person he considered to be his daughter. And that was Species: The Awakening. There's no connection to the other movies here, except for there being a lot of full frontal nudity, and most importantly, there's no Natasha Henstridge. For me, it's just not a Species movie without her. But to be fair, she's barely in the third one. I didn't expect her to be here. This honestly feels like a step below a Sci-Fi Channel original movie. It's more like a low-budget indie film. The CGI is bad, but it's used sparingly, and the music's just okay. Where the film really falls flat is the storyline. A lot just happens to pad out the runtime, and the story just teeters on making sense. Why did it take place in Mexico? Why was Azura a nun? And why didn't they continue where the third movie left off? Is there anything good I can say? Well, yeah, I'm actually surprised they didn't end it with a cheesy cliffhanger. I thought for sure the baby inside Miranda was going to be seen in the rubble or something lame like that. So, in a way, this finishes out the series franchise. Unless they reboot it. We're done with sexy alien hybrids. In my opinion, it probably should have stopped at the first movie. It only gets worse from there. I give Species: The Awakening 1.5 alien tongues through the chest out of 4.
And Zeus punished them with the worst thing he could think of: women.